Brother girls, how you doing? Let's do another pick account. Today is going to be what's happening. I like to have a flavor of the week, but it doesn't really matter when you're watching it. Let's do 2 parts and we develop, and then we have a what? Well, we have, yes, something else. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh my God. Part number 1, what's happening? The Fool, yes. The Stars, 5 of Pentacles. Wow, that's very beautiful. So yes, you may have known for a while that you were meant to be. There is like an idea we know, but we feel be left in the cold. We're trying to focus on something else, somebody else, but at the same time, you are in the back of my head and I'm in the back of your head. So there is a knowing, but also with number 5, it's an idea of crossroad. Which way am I going? Going right, left? Are we going to carry on trying to ignore each other, or are we going to actually face each other? You know what I'm saying? Right. So it feels quite clear to me that you are actually the light is end of a tunnel. You are someone who is trying to balance emotion. When it's all about water, here is all about emotion in tarot. So maybe you're guiding someone, or you are guided by someone to go and follow the, the path shown by the star. Or you could be the star and someone want to come and meet you. Okay, you could also be the answer to many problems. Maybe for an employer as well, so they could look up to you as well. Okay, so what do we have here is an idea of taking a leap of faith. Maybe, yes, some people might say you're a fool because you're going for something a bit crazy, you're not really prepared, you don't carry much with you, but you know that it's time to go for it. And maybe it's that person who knows that you're supposed to be together, who's taking that leap of faith as well towards you. Okay, so let's have more information. What do we have here? Yeah, so it could have been that someone was distracted by someone else, okay, looking on a different direction here when you were there, right? So that is, obviously, that's probably why people tell you a bit of a fool, because that person may have betrayed you, or was still or was with someone else. So why would you go there, right? Yeah, it could not be an idea of 3 people is true. However, there's an idea of as well of knowing that you are my final destination. So even though people around you might say, what are you doing? You kind of know that at the end of the day, you will end up together, not knowing how and by kind of what magical moment or whatever, but it's feel like it's going to happen, and and you stick to your guns. So I think that's really nice, because you know, like I mean, nobody else can know for you. You understand, it's a lot of knowing going on. Okay, what do we have? High Priestess as a major arcana. Yeah, so you are sitting on it more or less, but you've been on this planet many times, and you recognize the potential of an emperor or an empress within the person next to you. You understand all of that. You just leave them alone for them to find their feet, to recognize who they are, who you are, and what you're supposed to be together. Okay, so in my opinion, people might not judge it, or might judge it actually, but shouldn't. But they might perceive it as, you be foolish to do this, but you are the only one who know the end of the movie. Okay, they might just still watch the movie and judge the ending or possible ending, but you already know what's going on. So nice and easy. Okay, so part number 2, what's happening? The Empress, 8 of Wands, Judgment. Oof. So yes, there is definitely an idea of movement forward here. Yes, you had to purge yourself, purge each other as well from whatever residue you had of limitation. You know that you're meant to be together. The universe, the gods, angels, whatever you want to call it, is pushing you to do that work, to know who you are. There is an idea, of course, of being an empress, and maybe you're already in that position. But you have to be patient to wait for the other person to be the emperor, male, female, doesn't matter, to come towards you. Okay, so you're expecting a movement, but you're going to have a movement because you have a communication that is going very smoothly, very direct, very focused. Okay, we're not talking about the weather. Okay, so let's have more information. What do we have here? Yeah, it's about making something official. At the end of the day, you're already there. You just have to be patient. Okay, so if you're waiting for a contract to be signed, if you're waiting as well for a situation to be made official, like maybe let's get married or buy a house, you're going to receive communication and confirmation as well. So it's very balanced as well, because you both done the work. So maybe yes, someone is looking at you, wishing to be with you. Maybe you're waiting for that conclusion. You're waiting for that news from the job, but you know there's something out there good for you. You just know, and you maybe on standby. And maybe there's an idea with the Empress and Justice. They're not running around like headless chicken. They just know the law is on their side. They know the result. They know the end of the movie. You just have to wait. And maybe, yes, they have to wait because someone is in a kind of cave, is at a me moment. Sometimes you need that. Sometimes you just, instead of rushing around, you just need to stop for a second, evaluate the situation, and then you can make a decision and move forward. But nothing is going to be forced on you. It's like, you're on standby. You wait for things to be unfolded in front of you, which is great. So this is part number 2, but let's have a major arcana. Yes, the Hierophant is an idea of someone knows, and very much like what we've seen on Judgment, there is an idea of the Hierophant, a higher energy, God, whatever you want to call it, angels, whatever, knowing that you are meant to be together, but you do have to make a little bit of a homework, finish a little bit of homework. Someone has to move toward the Empress, but the Empress also have to learn how to wait and surrender to the universe. So yeah, maybe a moment, a bit of a solitude, but it's not for long because communication is coming very, very strongly and very soon. But it was maybe necessary to pause because you may have had that purge, and that takes a lot of effort, and maybe you need a moment just to regroup. Okay, so instead of starting this week a bit, trying to have a moment, pause, reset, and then you will see clearly what the priorities are. On this note, have a beautiful day, and I see you tomorrow. Ciao.